waking up 2 or 3 times every single night to rush to the bathroom. Many seniors believe this is just old age. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be? I'm Dr. Amen Arora, with over 30 years of experience helping patients in the US and India. And I want to share something that can truly change your nights. You see, broken sleep is not just about feeling tired in the morning. It steals your energy, clouds your memory, raises your blood pressure, and sometimes even puts you at risk of dangerous falls in the dark. Take the story of Mr. Prakash from Delhi, 72 years old. For years, he accepted waking up 3 times a night as his fate. But when he discovered a gentle spoonful remedy, passed down in Indian homes for generations, everything changed. Just half a spoon of pure honey, a 1/4 spoon of roasted fenugreek powder, and a tiny pinch of turmeric, taken 30 minutes before bed, without water after. Within 2 weeks, Mr. Prakash was sleeping 5 to 6 hours straight, something he thought was impossible at his age. This is not magic, my friend. It is wisdom, nature's way of reminding us that the body can still heal, even after 60. So before you accept restless nights as your destiny, ask yourself, are you willing to try one small spoon, one gentle habit that could bring peace back into your sleep? Many elders quietly ask me, Dr. Arora, why does this happen after 60? Why does my body wake me again and again at night? The truth is simple, yet often overlooked. As we age, the kidneys, those 2 small but powerful filters, begin to slow down during the night. When you were younger, they concentrated urine while you slept, so your bladder could stay comfortable until morning. But after 60, this ability fades. The bladder fills much faster, even if you drink the same amount of water as before. At the same time, another quiet change takes place. Our body naturally produces a hormone called vasopressin. This hormone signals the kidneys to slow urine production at night. But with age, vasopressin levels drop. Without it, your body produces almost as much urine at night as in the day. Imagine trying to rest while your body is still busy working. It becomes impossible to stay asleep. And then there is the bladder itself. Over time, its lining becomes more sensitive, its nerves more alert. In youth, it could hold 300-400 millibars before sending a signal. But after 60, even 100 to 150 millibars can feel urgent. The result? You wake up again and again, sometimes for only a small trickle. I remember meeting Mrs. Shalini, a retired teacher from Pune, now 70. She told me, Doctor, I thought I was weak. I blame the cold weather, my evening tea, even my stress. But the truth is, my body has simply changed. When she finally understood that her kidneys, hormones, and bladder were only asking for a new rhythm, she felt relieved. She said, for the first time, I stopped blaming myself. I realized I'm not broken, just aging differently. This understanding is powerful, because once we know why it happens, we stop fighting our own body. We begin to see nighttime urination not as a punishment, but as a signal that balance has shifted. And when we see it this way, solutions become clearer, gentler, and full of hope. But losing sleep is not just about feeling tired. It quietly steals your heart's strength, your memory's clarity, and sometimes even your safety in the dark. But losing sleep is not just about feeling tired. It quietly steals your heart's strength, your memory's clarity, and sometimes even your safety in the dark. Let us begin with the heart. During deep, uninterrupted sleep, the body naturally lowers blood pressure and allows the heart to rest. It is like giving your most loyal muscle a chance to recharge. But when sleep is broken again and again, your body stays on alert. Blood pressure remains high. The heart keeps working overtime, and over the years, this silent strain can raise the risk of heart disease and even sudden stroke. Many seniors think of nighttime urination as only an annoyance, but in truth, it can be a hidden trigger for serious health problems. Now let us turn to the mind. In those precious hours of deep sleep, the brain performs a remarkable task. It clears away waste proteins, including amyloid, which when allowed to build up are linked to dementia and memory loss. But when the cleaning process is interrupted night after night, those toxins remain. The result is forgetfulness, confusion, and difficulty focusing. Too often, families believe these changes are just aging, when in fact they're often symptoms of poor sleep. Rest is not only for the body, it is medicine for the brain. And then there is the risk we see all too often. Nighttime falls. Imagine waking half asleep, vision still blurry, balance unsteady, and walking through the dark toward the toilet. For a younger person, this may be harmless, but for an elder with weak joints or fragile bones, one slip can change life completely. A fractured hip, a head injury, or weeks confined to bed can rob someone not only of health, but also of independence. I still remember Mrs. Lather, a 68-year-old grandmother from Bangalore. She had always been strong and proud of managing her home alone. One winter night, after waking to use the bathroom, she slipped on a damp floor tile. The fall left her with a fractured hip. She spent nearly a month in the hospital, unable to move without assistance. She told me later, with tears in her eyes, "It wasn't the pain of the bone, Dr. Aurora. It was the pain of losing my freedom." Her story is not rare. Across India, thousands of seniors suffer similar accidents each year, all starting from something as small as broken sleep. This is why nighttime urination cannot be ignored. It is not simply about rest. It touches the heart, the mind, and the very dignity of living safely at home. And any solution must be gentle, natural, and sustainable. Because at this stage of life, we do not only want to live longer, we want to live with strength, clarity, and confidence. And sometimes, the reason you wake up at night is not in your age or your bladder. It's quietly sitting on your dinner plate. And sometimes, the reason you wake up at night is not in your age or your bladder. It's quietly sitting on your dinner plate. In many Indian homes, dinner is a warm and comforting ritual. A bowl of dal, a light sabzi, maybe some rice, and often a piece of fruit to end the meal. It feels healthy. It feels simple. But after 60, the body does not always respond to food the way it once did. What used to nourish without trouble may now quietly disturb your bladder and your sleep. Let me explain why. Certain foods that we think of as light and healthy, like raw cucumber, tomatoes, watery curries, or sour fruits such as oranges and pineapple, can place unexpected pressure on an aging bladder. These items are either high in water or acidic in nature. When eaten after sunset, they change the chemistry of urine. Specifically, they lower its pH, making it slightly more acidic. For a young person, this may mean nothing at all. But for a senior whose bladder lining has become more sensitive, acidic urine can act like a mild irritant. The bladder nerves misfire, sending false signals to the brain. You wake up in the middle of the night, convinced you need the toilet, even when your bladder is far from full. I recall meeting Mr. Dinesh, a retired banker from Jaipur, age 71. Every night without fail, he enjoyed a bowl of spicy tomato soup, followed by a slice of pineapple. He believed it was helping his digestion. But then, almost like clockwork, He would wake at 1 a.m., then again at 4 a.m., exhausted and restless. At first, he blamed stress, then age, even the winter chill. But when we adjusted his diet, replacing tomato soup with a simple bowl of steamed bottle gourd, lauki, and skipping the pineapple after sunset, something changed. Within a week, he was waking only once. Within 2 weeks, he slept for 5 to 6 hours without interruption. This small change opened his eyes. He told me, "Doctor, Aurora, I thought I needed more medicine. Instead, I just needed to listen to my food." His words hold a deep truth. Because food is not only fuel, it is communication. Each bite sends a message to your body, to prepare for rest or to stay alert. And after 60, those messages matter more than ever. The lesson is simple but powerful. Eating wisely in the evening can reduce irritation, calm the bladder, and restore peace to your nights. It is not about eating less. It is about eating right, in rhythm with your body. Imagine trading one restless night for hours of deep, healing sleep, simply by making small adjustments to your dinner plate. So before you think your body is betraying you, look at your evening habits. Sometimes, the key to quiet nights and fresh mornings is not a new medicine at all, but a humble change in what we choose to eat after sunset. And now, let me share with you the part many elders call a blessing in disguise. A simple spoonful, not a pill, not a costly treatment, but a humble mix from your own kitchen that can gently bring back deep, healing sleep. And now, let me share with you the part many elders call a blessing in disguise. A simple spoonful, not a pill, not a costly treatment, but a humble mix from your own kitchen that can gently bring back deep, healing sleep. For decades, I've seen patients search for stronger medicines, sleeping pills or expensive supplements, all in the hope of winning back their nights. But what if the answer was never in a tablet, but in a spoon? A spoon filled with ingredients that our ancestors used every day, trusted for generations, and still available in every Indian kitchen. Let me take you to the quiet home of Mrs. Rekha, a 73-year-old grandmother from Ahmedabad. For nearly a year, she had resigned herself to waking 3 times each night. She thought, "This is my fate after 70. But her daughter introduced her to a traditional mix. Half a spoon of pure honey, 1/4 spoon of roasted fenugreek, methi powder, and a small pinch of turmeric or ajwain. She took it faithfully, 30 minutes before bed, without drinking water afterward. Within just 10 days, something remarkable happened. She slept for 5 hours straight. For the first time in years, she woke up refreshed, her face bright, her steps light. She told me with a smile, "Doctor, this spoon has given me back my mornings." Now let us understand why it works. Honey, when taken in small amounts, calms the nervous system and soothes the bladder lining. It stabilizes blood sugar through the night, unlike sugary snacks that spike and crash. Fenugreek seeds, when roasted and powdered, release a compound called diosgenin. This has natural anti-inflammatory properties, reducing irritation inside the bladder wall and supporting digestion, which is often linked to nighttime discomfort. And then there is turmeric, our golden healer. It supports hormone balance, relaxes pelvic muscles, and eases tension in the body. For those who prefer ajwain, it too aids digestion and relieves bloating, preventing that heavy feeling after dinner. The beauty of this mix is not just in the ingredients, but in its intention. It is taken slowly, mindfully, as a ritual before bed. It tells the body, now it is time to rest, not to rush. It whispers to the nerves, calms the bladder, and prepares the mind for deep, uninterrupted sleep. Mrs. Rekha's story is not unique. Many elders across India, from the busy streets of Delhi to the quiet towns of Kerala, are rediscovering this gentle remedy. And what makes it powerful is not complexity, but simplicity. No side effects, no groggy mornings, no fear of dependency. Just a small spoon of wisdom passed through generations, reminding us that nature still has answers. At this stage of life, we do not need stronger medicines. We need smarter habits. And sometimes, the smartest habit is also the simplest. One spoon, taken with care, at the right time. It may sound humble, but its impact can be profound, giving back not only sleep, but also hope. Now, you may be wondering, how exactly do I make this spoonful at home, and what should I keep in mind to get the best results? Let's walk step by step, because the way you prepare it is just as important as the ingredients. Now, you may be wondering, how exactly do I make this spoonful at home, and what should I keep in mind to get the best results? Let's walk step by step, because the way you prepare it is just as important as the ingredients themselves. In my 30 years of practice, I've learned one truth. Remedies work best when they are prepared with care. This is not just about mixing powders. It is about creating a ritual that signals to your body, now it is time to rest. Let me share the story of Mr. Raghavan, a 70-year-old retired school principal from Coimbatore. For years, he struggled with broken nights. He tried pills, herbal teas, even breathing exercises. Nothing lasted. When his grandson heard about the one-spoon remedy, he decided to prepare it for his grandfather. At first, Mr. Raghavan was skeptical. "Doctor, can such a small thing really make a difference?" he asked me. But within 2 weeks, he was sleeping 5 to 6 hours without interruption. What changed was not only the ingredients, but also the way they were prepared, stored, and taken. Here is how you can do the same. Step 1. Choose the right utensils. Always use a small ceramic or clay bowl. These materials hold warmth and do not react with ingredients. Avoid plastic, which can alter the quality over time. For measuring, use a clean steel spoon. And if you like to prepare in advance, keep a small airtight glass jar ready. Step 2. Roast the methi seeds. Take a handful of fenugreek, methi seeds, and roast them in a dry pan for 2 to 3 minutes. The moment you smell their nutty aroma and see them turn light brown, remove them from heat. Let them cool completely. Then grind them into a fine powder. You can use a simple kitchen mixie or, if you love tradition, a stone mortar and pestle. Store this powder in a dry jar. It will remain fresh for about 10 days. Step 3. Mix the ingredients. Each evening, take half a spoon of pure honey in your bowl. Add 1/4 spoon of the roasted methi powder. Then, sprinkle a small pinch of turmeric or ajwain if that suits your digestion better. Mix gently without heating and consume 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. Step 4. A crucial rule. No water. After this is where many people make mistakes. Do not drink water after taking the remedy. Water dilutes the calming effect and flushes it through your system too quickly. If your throat feels dry, simply rinse your mouth earlier in the evening, but avoid drinking after the spoonful. Step 5. Be patient and consistent. This is not a magic pill. It is a gentle habit. Some notice results within a few days, others after 2 weeks. The secret is consistency. Think of it as teaching your body a new rhythm, not forcing it. Now, let us talk about something very important. Precautions. Many elders ask me, "Doctor, what if I have diabetes? Can I still take honey?" The answer is, it depends. If you are on strict insulin or your sugar levels fluctuate heavily, always consult your doctor first. But for many seniors with mild blood sugar concerns, half a spoon of raw honey has shown no negative effect. In fact, some even notice calmer sleep without spikes. Still, every body is different, and listening to your doctor is essential. Another question I often hear is, what if I take other medicines at night? In that case, keep at least 20 to 30 minutes gap between your tablets and this remedy. Let your medicines do their work, and then allow this natural mix to gently guide you into rest. Mr. Regovan himself had high blood pressure and mild diabetes. At first, he hesitated, but after checking with his physician, he began the spoon remedy carefully. Within weeks, he not only slept better, but also felt calmer in the mornings. He told me, "It is not just the sleep, Dr. Aurora. It is the peace I feel when I wake." That peace, my friend, is priceless. Remember, this spoon is more than ingredients. It is mindfulness. When you prepare it with intention, when you take it with care, it becomes more than a remedy. It becomes a ritual of self-respect. At this stage of life, caring for yourself is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things with gentleness. So, when you stand in your kitchen tonight, bowl in hand, seeds roasted with love, honey shining like gold, remember this. You are not just mixing food, you are preparing medicine for your soul. This small ritual may be humble, but its impact can be life-changing. And in those quiet hours of night when your body finally rests, you will understand. Sometimes healing begins not with a tablet, but with a spoon, a story, and a little trust. But remember, my friend, even the most powerful spoonful works best when your daily habits support it. Because true rest is not built in a moment, it is shaped by the choices you make each evening. But remember, my friend, even the most powerful spoonful works best when your daily habits support it, because true rest is not built in a moment, it is shaped by the choices you make each evening. In Ayurveda and in modern science alike, it is said that the body has its own clock, its own rhythm. If we live against it, we struggle. If we flow with it, life becomes easier. And for elders who already carry the weight of years, small changes in routine can create big relief at night. The first and perhaps most important habit is dinner timing. Try to finish your meal before 7 p.m. After sunset, your body's digestive fire, or agni, begins to cool down. Eating late forces your system to work when it should be preparing for rest. For many elders, late dinners cause acidity, bloating, and extra pressure on the bladder. Let me share the story of Mrs. Meenakshi, a 67-year-old widow from Hyderabad. For years, she ate dinner at 9 p.m., believing it helped her sleep. But instead, she woke up 2 or 3 times each night. When she shifted her dinner to 6:30 p.m. and added the spoon remedy afterward, her nights transformed. Within 1 week, she was sleeping 5 hours straight. By the second week, she told me, "Doctor, I wake with a smile now. I feel light, not heavy." Another simple but powerful habit: avoid heavy fluids after sunset. Many elders believe a warm glass of milk or a cup of tea will comfort them at night. But in reality, these fluids increase the load on your bladder. Even a small cup can send you to the bathroom at 2 a.m. Instead, keep your fluids earlier in the day and let the evening be a time of gentle slowing down. Next, let's talk about sleeping position. This may surprise you, but lying on your left side with a soft pillow between your knees can make a big difference. This position reduces pressure on the bladder, supports digestion, and improves circulation to the heart. Many of my patients with back pain or acid reflux have found deeper rest simply by shifting the way they lie down. There is also a habit many people think is smart: going to the toilet just in case before bed. While it sounds harmless, over time it actually trains your bladder to empty too early. The nerves become conditioned to send signals even when only a small amount of urine is present. Instead, learn to trust your body's natural urge. Your bladder is not weak, it simply needs retraining. When Mrs. Meenakshi made these small adjustments, dinner earlier, no milk after sunset, sleeping on her left side, her confidence returned. She told me, "Doctor, I thought my body had given up on me, but now I see it only needed better timing." Her story is proof that small habits can bring back big peace. At this stage of life, health is not about doing more. It is about doing less, but doing it wisely. Eat earlier, drink less at night, sleep in positions that support you. Trust your bladder and retrain it gently. When combined with the one-spoon remedy, these habits form a foundation, not only for sleep, but for dignity, safety, and hope. Because in the end, true healing is never about force. It is about rhythm, respect, and remembering that the body, even at 70, still listens when we care for it. Across India, from the crowded streets of Delhi to the quiet coastal towns of Kerala, elders are slowly finding their nights again. Nights of deep, restful sleep they once thought were lost forever. Take the story of Mr. Narayan, a retired postman from Lucknow. For almost a decade, he woke every 2 hours, tiptoeing through the dark corridors of his home. He blamed his age, then the cold weather, and finally accepted sleepless nights as his fate. But when he tried the one-spoon remedy and shifted his dinner to 6:30 p.m., something remarkable happened. Within 2 weeks, he was sleeping 5 hours straight. With a soft smile, he told me, "Doctor, I never thought such peace was still possible at 70. In Mumbai, Mrs. Farida, a 72-year-old grandmother, shared a different fear. More than sleeplessness, she dreaded falling at night on her way to the bathroom. One slip had already left her with weeks of painful recovery. After 3 weeks of combining earlier meals, avoiding late-night milk, and practicing the spoon remedy faithfully, her urgency reduced dramatically. She said with tears of relief, "I can walk with confidence again. I feel safe in my own home." And then there is Mr. Rajesh, a gentle 69-year-old school teacher from Jaipur. For months, he believed his forgetfulness and confusion were early signs of dementia. But as his sleep deepened with the help of these habits, something shifted. His thoughts grew sharper, his memory clearer. He told me, "I realized it wasn't age stealing my mind. It was my broken sleep." Each of these stories carries the same truth. Healing does not always come from strong medicines or complex treatments. Sometimes it comes from listening to the body, respecting its new rhythm, and trusting in simple, natural wisdom. Across India, elders are proving that age is not the end of change. Whether in a busy city or a small village, the body still listens, gently, humbly, when we offer it care. One spoon, one habit, one choice at a time, we can reclaim not only our sleep but also our safety, our clarity, and our hope. Script conclusion. A gentle path back to sleep. My dear friend, let us remember, waking up again and again at night is not just old age. It happens because the kidneys slow down, hormones fade, and the bladder becomes more sensitive. When ignored, this broken sleep quietly steals your strength, your memory, and even your safety in the dark. But healing doesn't always require strong medicines or expensive treatments. Sometimes it begins with something simple: a spoon. Half a spoon of honey, a quarter spoon of roasted fenugreek, and a tiny pinch of turmeric or ajwain. Taken with care before bed, this small mix calms the bladder, supports digestion, and gently signals your body to rest. Add to this a few wise habits: eating dinner earlier, avoiding late-night milk or tea, sleeping on your left side, and the results can be life-changing. We heard from Narayan in Lucknow, Farida in Mumbai, and Rajesh in Jaipur. Each thought their sleepless nights were permanent, but through small changes, they found rest again. Their stories remind us the body still listens, even after 60 or 70. It responds not to force, but to rhythm and respect. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, ask yourself, are you ready to try one small step that may return your mornings, your peace, and your hope? If this message touched you, share it with someone you love. Because deep sleep is not a luxury of youth. It is still your gift to claim.